Okay, Harry Potter houses are out, ACOTAR courts are in. Let's see what we got. I'm so excited for this.
I am not. I woke up in a new well.
Hi.
Hi.
What you doing?
Reading.
Are you crazy? That shit is so disrespectful. So disrespectful. That shit got me so hot.
K. K? Who says K? You're so stupid!
I was told I could be anything I wanted to be when I grew up. And you know what I came up with? A library. Now listen, I know that sounds dumb, but let me explain. I saw somewhere that if you own over 1,000 books, you are officially considered a library. And I don't know what it was about that, but the moment I heard that, I was like, yep, this is my destiny. I am roughly about 1/10 of the way there at the moment. However, I am only 17, so I would say I have a good amount of time to make up for it. Now, I did the math, and if I buy 50 books a year, it'll take me 18 years, meaning I could be considered a library by the time I'm 35. That's a hard deal to pass up. Who cares if I haven't read all the books? Have you read every book in the library? I think the fuck not. I will be a library. The Library of Quinn, or like Quinn's Library. We're still workshopping the name, but it'll be great.
One last try. I'm giving life one last try.
Who's Jewel?
Jules was my first love. I'd like to remember it that way.
Could not send. Courtney, what the is up with your Wi-Fi? You have this big-ass house, and you can't afford a Wi-Fi box out here? It's not.
Book haul. I may have gone shopping, and I went into it with the intention of buying one book, and I walked out with 3. But let's get into it. The book I actually went into the store for was... backward. Final Offer, Lauren Asher. Now, full transparency, I have not read the second one yet, so I might hate it. But someone on BookTok said it was amazing and way better than the first one, and I'm just taking them at their word. The only thing that kind of bothers me about them, though, is the fact that the new ones now have the number on the top, whereas the old ones and the ones that I got have the numbers in the middle. So now they're all different, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Now, the second book is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. And the reason I bought it is because it reminds me a lot of Speak, which is a book that I absolutely love and I have posted about in the past. So I'm hoping it'll be as good, maybe better. The last book I got is purely because Haley Pham loved it, and that is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. It's gorgeous and beautiful, and I'm so excited to read it. Haul complete. I got sent a blind date with a book box. Come unbox it with me. So right on top was a handwritten description of all the different types of book boxes she offers. She mentions she gets all her books secondhand for the environment. On the back was a thank you note, but she also made sure to mention that there was a coloring book instead of Sudoku because she's originally from Quebec, so all of them would have been in French. A couple more thank you notes and some business cards, and we move on to the box. Of course, I immediately gravitate towards the snacks. Ketchup chips, a Canadian favorite. She got me these reading summaries and made sure to translate them for me because they were all in French, which is so sweet of her. Then I pulled out the socks, which are as cozy as they look, as well as a candle, which smells amazing, by the way. It smells like fresh and lemony and love. Of course, some nibs, which I will eat those up, and a Laura's Secord chocolate, which I'm very excited about. After the chocolate, there is the mug, which has hot chocolate and tea in it, which I will probably drink those both tonight. And then I unwrapped 2 laminated bookmarks. They are the cutest. Here's the coloring book she promised me. She also got me some self-care stuff. And look at the books. One is a thriller and one is a romance. If you want to take a guess as to what they are, I'm anxious to hear. And all of her stuff will be linked in the description if you want to get one of these yourself. Thank you!
Here are the books that came in the box.
I bought 3 new books yesterday. Let's do a haul. The first one I got is Hush Hush, simply because of a girl at school. The second one I got is Light Lark to see if it's worth the hype. And the third one I got is Crush because I was cashing out a woman at work and told her I'd read the first Crave book but not the second one, and she just about lost it on me. Told me that it gets way better after the first one and that I should pick it up, and I decided to take her word for it. And there we have it. Here are all the books I got yesterday.
We're rats. We're the rats.
Hi, this is Brittany, 12 hours before my shift. 12 hours after my shift.
Popular BookTok books I would sell my soul not to read. Our first one is Credence by Penelope Douglas. Now, something about the quote, "It's like riding a mechanical bull," does not do it for me. Okay? I don't want to hear that kind of stuff when I'm reading a spicy scene. The main character calling her step-uncle, uncle, while doing it. No. Now, this is probably my twisted opinion, but I don't like how she ended up with one of her step-siblings. I think that she should have ended up with her step-uncle Jake. Yeah. The next one I'm going to be slandering is Ugly Love. Please explain to me why I would want to read a book that has the quote, "We laughed at our son's big balls." Why would I want to read that? Okay, I don't want to read something like that. That is disgusting. No. Also, the main character's name is Miles, and he's a pilot. We could have named him something else, but you had to name him Miles. And I'm very scared of Colleen Hoover and her fandom. I'd rather sit down and have a conversation with the devil than even pick up one of her books. I'm scared of them that much. Now, I would never judge anybody for reading Colleen Hoover's books, but I do think that there are better options out there for reading books. Atomic Habits by James Clear. First off, I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but the only time I care about a man's opinion is when it's in a romance book, their POV. I don't care about any other man's opinion when it's not in a romance book. And I'm not trying to be rude again, but I'm not in the business of taking a man's advice, you know? Like, no. And I don't like the cover.
We need to talk about this book. Any longtime followers of me know that I read Speak a couple months back and thought it was incredible. But if you want something similar to Speak that will absolutely mess with you, The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. This is her debut novel, and it is absolutely mind-boggling. Of course, super heavy on the trigger warnings. This book surrounds a girl who is R-worded right before she goes into high school by her brother's best friend. And watching the way this poor girl just implodes on herself and her own life is both super interesting, but incredibly sad. And the way the author shows the slight changes throughout her 4 years of high school is absolutely well done and incredible. This book is so sad. It had me crying in the club at the end. But it feels like a very real depiction of things that people do after something incredibly traumatic happens to them. So it was a bit of an eye-opener. Totally would recommend unless you are not okay with the trigger warning.
Stories of you and your girls is all I hear. Who do you fuck in the city where I'm not there? You know what you're doing, so keep on moving. Got all my niggas like, hey, girl, I'm trying to loosen you. Half and half of that goose and juice. Baby, tell me what it's gonna be.
Honey, it was ruined when she bought it. Yeah.
Alex, you deserve to go to jail. Jail time. Jail for the rest of your life. I can't believe it. I take that back.
There's one thing you should know about me before we begin. I was born in 1989.
How can I be? How bad could I possibly be? Let's see. All the customers are fighting.
box. It comes with things like the book, some stationery, some self-care, drinks, and a snack, which is awesome. This time the snack was like these chocolate art things, which is super cool. But of course, my eyes are always on that book. I will never get over how they package them. I mean, the seal, the stamp, all of it. It's perfect and I love it. Now, when I pulled this pencil case out, I thought it was just the pencil case, but no, it's an entire starter pack for annotating. Highlighters, pens, tabs, the works. And I mean, I have never annotated before, but now I'm so interested. The coaster is also great, but the poster, I mean, girl, I love. And I'll link them in the description if you're interested. Thanks so much.
If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
Now remember, he told his team, we want to rob the bank before they know they've been robbed. Stealth is—
The bank exploded. Dollar bills fell from the sky like flakes of...
Hey, buddy! Squidward! Free cleaning service? Census taker?
Hey bookworms, you will never believe what these blind date with a book packages are actually for. So this is Nadia. She runs her own little business with a very special purpose in mind that I've got to tell you about.
So you pick your genre. For example, this is a twisty psychological thriller, and I tell you a little bit about it. It's 4 stars on Goodreads, copyright 2021. So the idea is when you're ready, you pour yourself a glass of wine or a cup of tea, and you rip open your surprise book pack, and inside you will find a brand new novel and bookmark.
What Nadia doesn't tell you is that all the money she makes from this goes to charity. She's actually a full-time kindergarten teacher. And just last year, Nadia was able to donate $10,000 to charity. I implore you, please reach out to Nadia through her Instagram or her email and order yourself one of these book packages. She offers multiple genres: historical romance, psychological thrillers, holiday. I got 2 different books from her. And I've already done my unboxing. It's over on my YouTube channel, which is linked in my TikTok. Go get yourself a book from Nadia, okay? Okay, I love you guys. Bye. It's time! Come with me to go get the special edition of Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Okay, so it opened at 10 o'clock and I am here at 10:03. I'll be honest, I will never get tired of walking inside an Indigo. Even though I work in one and have worked in one for like 10 months, they're my favorite place in the world to be. Right book, wrong edition. Okay, this is the special edition Fourth Wing. However, I'm not seeing Iron Flame anywhere, which is kind of worrying me, but maybe it's on a table somewhere. I found it. It was just on a table. It wasn't in section. It was all on the table. I found it. I have never been happier to leave a store. This was me waiting in checkout. I am so excited. I got them both. Look at them. Look at them. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. They're both so pretty. I am. All right. So these are the books that were sent with the blind date with a book. The first one is called The Singles Table. Here's the blurb. You can pause and read it if you'd like. And the second one is called Meant to Be Mine. And here's the blurb if you'd like. Super happy with what I got. There's like a yellow theme going on, which I love. And I actually have not heard of either of these books, so I'm very excited to read them. Okay, folks, let's have a chat about This Woven Kingdom. As we all know, I've had some controversial opinions about this book in the past. One of the first videos I ever made that got like some serious traction was a video in which I criticized this book for lack of dialogue, too much world building, and just overall lack of pacing. However, I did go ahead and finish this book and found that the last 100 pages or so were really entertaining. I know that Tahara Mafi is not an author that normally lets me down, so I figured that this book was all just a setup for book 2 and that when book 2 came out, it was going to be awesome. You know, every book needs to have the introduction, the world building, and things like that, and I figured that maybe she just went a little heavy so that we could fully comprehend book 2. So, say hello to book 2. I'm gonna see if I was right about this. Also, cover? Fucking gorgeous. Anyways, let's hope for the best. Yay!
People are simply better than others.
You really think you're that much better than me?
Oh, I think we both know the answer to that.